This mission of the Council of Europe includes promoting and protecting the fundamental rights of all individuals in Europe, without exception. Nevertheless, we continue to witness grave human rights violations in the areas remaining outside of the control of national authorities, and population is deprived of their basic rights guaranteed by the European Convention on Human Rights. These areas remain inaccessible by the international organizations, including the Council of Europe. The Committee of Ministers continues to closely follow the conflict in Ukraine. On many occasions, the Committee of Ministers called for full respect of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine within its internationally recognized borders. It is important to fully implement the Minsk agreements and fulfill international obligations undertaken. There have been some encouraging steps, such as the new dynamics within the Normandy format and the exchange of prisoners in December. On the other hand, we remain concerned by the reports on the deteriorating human rights situation in Crimea, in particular as far as members of minorities are concerned. As you are well aware, the President of Georgia will address the Assembly tomorrow on the developments in Georgia, including in the conflict areas. In this regard, let me briefly focus on the relevant activities of the Committee of Ministers. With regard to conflict in Georgia, the Committee is continuing to closely monitor the situation on the ground, in particular by means of the valuable information provided by the Secretary General in her twice-yearly reports. Last November, the Committee held a discussion on the basis of the Secretary General's latest report. On this occasion, delegations reiterated their support for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Georgia within its internationally recognized borders. It is essential that international organizations, including the Council of Europe, have access to the conflict zones to ensure that human rights are respected in those areas of Georgia. At the same time, it should be recalled that the Ministers' deputies adopt on a yearly basis a set of decisions within the frame of the agenda issue, the Council of Europe and conflict in Georgia. The above-mentioned decisions are an important legal and political document which gives the international community possibility to assess the difficult situation on the ground, which is really extremely deteriorating. The Committee of Ministers will continue to pay the greatest possible attention to the conflict in Georgia, which will remain a standing item on the agenda of the weekly meeting of the Ministers' deputies.